My name is Joe and I play bass.
Hi, I'm Elisa and I'm guitar player. Oh yeah.
I'm Fabio Kinka and I'm here to play drums.
Starting at the end, reason to believe, need to comprehend, microscopic fundamental which everything depends, must be respected or will retaliate. Reason to believe, taking right. Reason to believe we're adrift with no advice. Not our best intentions, good deeds are a device, which our happiness stems from some abuse. Child walks alone, and parents' idea of what is right. Reason to believe what is written on the wall. Reason to believe success begets a fall. The dying perseverance, we arrive nowhere at all. Persisting, we discovered something new. Right where we left off the last time that we spoke. Alongside the road, we'll pick up right where we left off the last time.
met Fabio first in 1995 when Fugazi was touring in Italy with the band he was playing in called the Salti Frontali. And that was a band that was also really the joining of two bands. A band he was in called Brutto Pop. And later Brutto Pop came to the US and recorded at Inner Ear Studios in Virginia and stayed at my house. And when I would go to visit Italy with my wife, who was Italian, we would go see him at his record store where you worked. You remember that?
I do. I think I do. Yes.
We came to find you and say
That was
hello.
nice.
So we actually have known each other for a while, but when I moved to Italy 4 years ago, he was still busy with the Salti Frontali, and I played with a different drummer and eventually met Elisa in Catania, Sicily, playing with some friends of hers.
In the street.
In the
Was
street, I
walking
met her in the
and we
street.
falls in love. Like, oh yes. I can remember.
And
It's not the same
it's
for
true.
you.
And then she had really been a drummer more live. Is that safe to say? And I had to sort of convince her to play guitar once I saw her playing guitar. She's a natural, and she really kind of dedicated herself to figuring out my songs and playing with me. And luckily, it came time years later, we asked Fabio to play with us, and he was free to do that. So now we've been playing for more than a year.
Out to the living dead, the living dead, the living dead. exiles, self-imposed, supported by all of those who'd ostracized and watching decompose. Knowing it's useless but playing the role.
From my point of view, I love hip hop. I still do, but since the beginning, I was a drummer, and my access to music was that. And I was part of this band called Bruto Pop, even before Assalti Frontali even existed. So that's my blueprint. I don't know.
And even while you were working with Assalti, first it was you were still playing in Bruto Pop, but then did the Primati start?
Yes, yeah.
While you were still doing Assalti?
Yeah. Yes, I guess so. Yeah.
I mean, you guys always, in other words, even though you were doing, when you were still doing hip hop, you guys were always playing together because you knew each other.
Yes.
For so
yes.
long.
Yes, it's strange. Like I did seven hip hop records. I participated.
Woo. Wow.
There were three, like we are, like a
us.
trio. And
Shit.
yeah, but it was like almost by accident, that I was involved in the hip hop scene. But it's always like that. It's like I believe in chaos, not even in destiny. I think chaos is ruling everything. And sometimes, if you're lucky enough from chaos, opportunities can pop up, and Joe's for sure the case I'm talking about.
I'm not hopes of others. I'm not warehouse of memory. I'm not this temporary uniform. This temporary uniform. I'm not positive charge of the atom. I'm not all things I have accomplished. I'm not evolution of the mind. I'm not a star in this big soul. A star in this big soul. I'm not positive charge of the atom. I'm not All things I accomplish, I'm not evolution of the mind. I'm not scarring this faded soul, scarring this faded soul.
It's only been like a week or more in between the two tours, and we're fortunate enough to see different parts of the world. I mean, it's a great opportunity. We don't get to, go sightseeing and see everything that we want to, but it's enough to be able to play in different places, meet different, meet people, and get to walk around some in different cities. And so we're looking forward to it.
Yeah, very lucky.
We might get to sleep a little. And we might not. That's okay. for me, I really did ask Luciano, just as I wanted to return to Japan, I asked some people there with a small label to do a Japan-only release on CD of the last record, and it was the same here. I really wanted to come back, and I'm so happy that I was able to bring the band, you know, my friends from Italy, basically, to see Brazil too. So it's just a great thing to be able to do. It's not so easy to tour around the world anymore, so we're excited to be back. We're getting to see a lot of different cities too. I've never been to Recife, so we're looking forward to going there tomorrow, actually. And Porto Alegre I haven't been to. Actually, a number of the places I haven't been to, so I don't need to name them all. But yeah.
We have to pay attention to the sharks.
We have to look out for the sharks, because there's a lot of sharks this year. But Brazil is a place to be making music, you know. We're lucky anybody cares about music that comes from outside of Brazil, because there's really enough beautiful music here. It's really, I hope to come back someday and record a record here, you know, with Mauricio involved and his father's studio. That would be wonderful. I don't know if I'll ever have the money to do that, to come back on my own and I'll make a record here. But that would be a wonderful thing to be able to do with all the people that we know who play here, like Guy, and, you know, get Luciano on bass too, you know, get everything happening. I mean, that would be, you know, the kind of thing I'd really love to do, is to have, you know, the band mix with the people we know here, because they're all musicians, and get everyone playing together. That's a dream, so you have to dream about things, and maybe someday they'll happen.
Yeah, my message is if I can take a plane to come and play music in Brazil, I think everybody can, so everybody should.
It's true, man. If you can try, you know, try,
No,
and you may do it.
I think Brazil has enough music even without my, you know, come si dice?
That's your offer. That's your addition.
Yeah, my addition. But I'm so glad to be here, and I hope people will have a good time listening to the Lally trio. I'm sure they will. So thanks.
Thank you
for the interview.
Are the wounds of family, escape to the city, a fragmented concrete, in the back of my mouth is still that bitter taste. All that has been given can always be taken away. All that has been given can always be taken away. And knowing what makes you happy, not feeling useful like I used to, just living day to day, looking after everyone else. Now I won't accept the same, I won't be put in that place. Don't make me go to that place where all that has been given can always be taken away. All that has been given can always be taken away. And knowing what makes you happy, and knowing what makes you happy.